Hello, this is Patrick. Welcome to Chart Built Wealth, Profitable Investing with Technical Analysis. Well, a great day for the portfolio, the buy recommendations. It's not a portfolio. Um, but in particular, I wanted to comment on the cannabis ETF symbol M as in Mary, J as in J. It was up, I don't know, 25% today. And also, so after platinum being up 12 or 13% on Friday and then adding another 1 or 2% today. And now the cannabis ETF, again, these recommendations have been pretty solid, but more than think about something that's up 25% today, kind of where do we go from here and what's next? And so I have some thoughts on that. So let's get into it. So this is the daily chart of the cannabis ETF, M as in Mary, J as in J. In a daily chart, what I mean by that is each one of these candlesticks, each one of these bars represents a day of price action. Red ones mean down, white ones mean up. And so this chart goes back, oh, I don't know, about 6 months. And what I see here, uh, this is where we initially got bullish back in July of this year at $20 basically. And then I went neutral at 30.60 for a 50% gain. Then bought that back a few days later at 31.13, and 2 days later, 3 days later, sold it at 35.20 for a 13% gain, and then sidestepped that decline and got involved here on September 16th at 32. So here we had a massive update today. Actually, what is it? 25.67, up 25 or 26%. Look at the huge climactic volume. I don't know if there was any news on legalization of cannabis or what, but this is pretty big, big volume. You see it one other time. Uh, you did get some follow through the next few days. So the important thing here uh, is that it looks like we're going to hit a new higher high. And when we get past that, it's going to be similar to platinum in that, you have to, on days like today, what was I doing? I had, oh, I don't know, 6 or 7% in cannabis stocks. And so what did I do? I sold, 50 basis points, a half of a percent just take some money off the table. It could pull back easily 10% tomorrow, and I can use that money in those shares that I sold and buy those back and more if I want to. The thing to focus on here is that we're not overbought yet, so this will probably push higher. And again, once we get to a new higher high, then we got some decisions to make. So I'm going to flash back to the longer term chart, which takes into account about 6 years. And so this was the big downtrend in cannabis stocks. It was this ETF at one point was at like 375 or something, and it got all the way down to like 18. But what I see here, as I've mentioned on previous calls, is according to the Elliott wave theory, trends or cycles go in waves of five, with 1, 3, and 5 in the direction of the bigger 10, and 2 and 4 counter trend reactions. That's what makes trading these things so difficult because they don't go in a straight line. So when I was looking at this, and I'm seeing a positive divergence as we hit a lower low here on the cannabis ETF, we got a higher low on our relative strength index, suggesting on the second down move, the intensity of the down move was less, meaning that a lot of sellers were out of the stock, a lot of the weekend retail people, and it flashed a caution sign to me: beware, a change of trend is coming from down to up. So what I was expecting was an A, B, C corrective rally that would take us anywhere within this fourth wave. So this fourth wave over here. So anywhere up to 45 or so. But there's an interesting development because there's not just three waves now. If we hit a higher high, there will be five waves. So you'd have one, two, three, four, five. Whereas a corrective rally of this whole thing would be A, B, C. So there's a couple of variables that could be happening here. And the main point is that if we hit a higher high, we're going to have five waves in place, and that means that sometime after that, shortly after that, we're going to have an ABC correction. We'll have a three-wave correction, which will correct, you know, 38 to 50% of this entire move. And so that's what we got to have. That's what we got to be looking for. What I expect to happen is for us to hit a higher high here and to get a lower high on our relative strength index, which would give us a negative divergence here, just the opposite of what we had here, which was telling us beware, a change of trend is coming from down to up. This would be telling us if this happens that beware, a change of trend is coming from down from up to down, and then we get our correction, and then we look to buy again. So I'll be trying to really lower my holdings in the CTF when we hit a higher high. What a great day. Thank you for watching Chart Built Wealth, Profitable Investing with Technical Analysis. Please like and subscribe. Have a great evening. Adios.